India and the United States are on the verge of sealing a landmark trade agreement with negotiations now in their final phase, External Affairs Minister Dr. S Jaishankar said on Thursday in Washington after a series of high-level meetings. Now, calling the proposed pact historic, Jaishankar said it marks the beginning of a new phase in India-US relations, unlocking vast opportunities across trade, investment and strategic cooperation. After meeting Marco Rubio, Jaishankar said the historic India-US trade deal is in the final stages of detailing and will be completed very soon. It opens up a new phase in our bilateral ties with vast possibilities for the relationship, unquote. Jaishankar was speaking on the sidelines of the inaugural Critical Minerals Ministerial in Washington, where he also met Scott Bessent. He noted that the first tranche of the bilateral trade agreement is nearly ready, with a joint statement expected shortly. Now, once that statement is issued, the formal agreement could take 30 to 40 days to be finalized. According to the government, this initial framework will pave the way for tariff reductions by the United States. Once the joint statement is signed, the US is expected to cut tariffs on Indian goods to 18%, down from the reciprocal tariff of 25% plus the additional 25% levy, through the executive order announced earlier this week by Donald Trump. However, officials caution that procedural steps remain. Commerce Secretary Rajesh Agarwal said the joint statement would later be converted into a legally binding agreement before tariff changes take effect.
Not directly with me, because that's being handled by Commerce and Industries Minister Shivraj Singh. What we have is, the Prime Minister and the President had their conversation. There were some announcements which came out of it. So thereafter, I think there's a detailing of the trade negotiations, which is sort of underway as we speak. So that's really where things are.
Meanwhile, Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chouhan on Thursday strongly defended the Indo-US trade deal, rejecting opposition claims that it would harm Indian farmers and launching a sharp attack on the Congress over its conduct in Parliament. Now, responding to allegations by Rahul Gandhi and other opposition leaders, Chouhan said the agreement finalized under Prime Minister Narendra Modi represents a new example of diplomacy, development and dignity. He insisted that farmers' interests had been fully safeguarded. The minister described opposition criticism as driven by frustration over repeated electoral defeats. He accused the Congress of spreading misinformation, calling it a machine of lies and a market of rumors. Chouhan argued that the trade deal would, in fact, benefit farmers by boosting exports through lower tariffs. He cited rice exports worth 63,000 crore rupees to the US and said reduced duties would also help exporters of spices and textiles, indirectly benefiting cotton growers.
संदेह की कोई गुंजाइश नहीं है। कल पीयूष जी ने स्पष्ट कर दिया है, मैं फिर कह रहा हूं कि हमारे मुख्य अनाज, मुख्य फल और हमारे डेयरी उत्पाद, हमारा मिलेट्स, सबको सुरक्षित रखा गया है। इनके लिए कोई बाजार नहीं खोला जा रहा और इसलिए मैं पूरी तरह से संतुष्ट हूं, बल्कि भारत के किसानों के हितों के संरक्षण के लिए हृदय से धन्यवाद देता हूं।